when YouTube is at its peak, or when it's at its peak engagement, it's vlogging. It's somebody looking into the camera and in a very personal way talking about their experience. It's almost somewhere between Warhol and reality TV and the Truman Show. What is it about that vlog format that is so compelling in your mind?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I don't find it that compelling. I don't watch YouTube.
But you do it all the time. Right? Would you say yours is the vlog format?
Absolutely. I sit and I look in the camera and I fucking pontificate like everybody else.
Do you watch other people's vlogs?
That's what I mean. No, I
don't find other people vlogging interesting.
If I have a choice to sit down and watch Netflix or HBO or Game of Thrones or reruns of The Office or watch YouTube, I'll always pick the prior. I'm an old man.
Are you? How old are you?
38 as of 2 weeks ago.
I'm 48, yeah.
But I am so here's an interesting anecdote. I am the oldest millennial. Like my wife is a couple years older. I mean, she's definitely not a millennial.
Yeah, you're
and I have a kid who I had when I was 16, and he's the youngest millennial. So right now he's 21 and I'm 38, and I definitely think we're part of the same generation. But I'm on the oldest end of that, and he's on the youngest end of that. In any event, I say that because like I still have an affinity for not the content that I think my audience has an affinity for, not the content that
Gen Z, this younger generation of millennial.
Yeah, but I also think it's millennial and Gen Z. I think both of them both have an affinity for the kind of content that you were describing. And I think you started this dialogue out by saying, why do people find that interesting?
Yes.
And I think the answer to that is we in society, we're so inundated with content, with media these days. You're 48, I'm 38. When we were both kids, I had Nickelodeon. You may not have had Nickelodeon.
I remember when cable came out. I did not grow up with Nickelodeon. I grew up with ABC and NBC having Saturday morning cartoons.
Great. So
cartoons were something you got to watch after school or on Saturdays. So Saturday morning was for cartoons.
So perfect illustration. So you had afternoons and you had Saturdays, and I had afternoons and until my parents would make me turn it off.
Right.
And I look at people today. I look at me.
Yeah.
I look around. We're in my office right now, and there are 5 people in here, and 4 of the 6 in here are staring at screens.
Yeah.
We spend the vast majority of our time and our days in front of screens. And I think that what that does in aggregate is it makes you hypersensitive to what it is that you're consuming. And I think most of this is on the subconscious level, but it does make you, it makes you very conscious of what you're consuming and what it is. And with that, there's so much bullshit in the world of media, so much marketing and advertising and trying to get you to pay attention to this and spin and algorithms that are putting stuff in front of you that are meant to, give you the right amount of that we sort of yearn for a sense of something that's real or true. Yeah. And we have no idea what to trust. And then all of a sudden there's this kid, and she's sitting on the edge of her bed talking into a camera that's not very
Lonely
well
girls.
set up.
What,
and
15, 16, what was her name? Lonely Girl.
Yeah, I mean, that was 2006, 2007.
And it turned out that was all a giant fraud.
But no, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about those vloggers you were referring to. And I think to a generation that feels somewhat disenfranchised from the media that's shoved down their throat, they find something refreshing in Felix talking to camera every day about whatever it is he's excited about. They find something exciting about learning about the latest technology from iJustine, who's just sitting in her bedroom recording, or Marquez Brownlee, because you watched him come up. He's a real person. There's no questioning the source of the voice. And I think that's a really special thing.